So, hey everyone, welcome to the Smart Tarp Spotlight. Today we're hanging out with Joe and Jake and Lindy from Rampart RX, Central Wisconsin. These guys are absolutely crushing it in their market. Um, obviously, tell us a little bit about your operation, what types of homes you're doing, and Lindy, obviously, tell me a little bit about the three of you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having us on today. We're super excited to be here. I just wanted to throw a big shout out to you, Dean. When Joe showed me the smart tarp system, I was like, add to cart instantly. My kind of phrase is go big or go bigger. And of course, our homeowners are the most important thing to us, and protecting their property is ultimately the goal. But if we can also, as a marketing perspective, showcase our company and advertise the way that we do that large, it's super exciting.
Well, we're obviously we're happy you're happy. So how long have you guys been serving in your particular market?
We probably opened the doors in late 2016. Started out doing a lot of remodel stuff and little build out, commercial build outs. Little backstory: back in '04, I was in a snowmobile accident. I paralyzed my right arm, so I didn't know really what to do with myself for a while there. But then I finally got back into the construction industry. I've been doing this stuff since I've been 11 years old. So, I mean, it's just second nature to me, right?
I would bet.
So, I opened the doors in late 2016, about late 2017. I got into the storm industry and working with the insurance companies. And I guess my biggest take on it is, I sold a lot of retail stuff, right? And homeowners weren't real happy when they were handing me their money. But when I go to do an insurance job, and they handed me the insurance company's money, I get smiles, I get handshakes, I get hugs, kisses from old ladies. I mean, it's just so much more gratifying, right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So we've been going
So,
strong since probably late 2018 within the storm market. We serve most of Wisconsin. We primarily are probably the southern side of Wisconsin, but we'll go all the way up into Appleton, Green Bay. I mean, I've went all the way up into Rhinelander. So
wow. What do you? I mean, for you guys, I mean, obviously, as we know, the roofing business is incredibly competitive in every market at this point. What do you think separates your crew's customer service from just standard chucking a truck, throwing chucking shingles down the street?
sure. I would say our thing that sets us apart in the storm industry, number one, would be that we handle everything from start to finish for the homeowner. We're not just popping in here doing their roof and then getting out and getting the easy, fast money. We stick with them from start to finish through the whole insurance process. We make sure that they're getting covered. Everything gets covered. We're getting driveways approved this year, Dean. So
Wow,
concrete,
that's
and
incredible.
it's pretty unheard of, I think. So I mean, we're getting it done though.
That's great. That's great. So let's talk about like the reality of a job site. So before you guys, found the Smart Tarp company and integrated us into your property protection setup, what were you guys using on a typical residential setup?
I mean, you'll see the catch-all systems out there. You'll see, all these other tarps and the blue tarps, and it wasn't really protecting the homeowners. They were, was putting side or plywood leaned up against the house. It was nothing really good. And when I go onto these places, I want to treat them like they're my house, right? So
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I
for
would say
sure, for sure.
we were using mesh tarps. I incorporated mesh tarps. We'd lay them on the ground so it wouldn't burn the grass. Just trying to protect the customer's house best it could.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, look, every roofer knows, that feeling of having that, homeowner breathing down their neck about their landscaping. Or have you guys ever been in that position where you had to write a check for that, crushed crushed plants or
Hundred
ruined
percent.
turf
We
or
do. 100%. We
that
did
stuff?
last year. We ended up ruining a little peach tree or a pear tree, I think it was, but we actually had to replace. So we do replace them. We take care of them, and things happen, right? Not everything's
Absolutely.
always going to get protected. We try our best. I'd say we set ourselves apart from most contractors that will throw shingles down and tear off and let them drop on the ground. We try not to let any shingle hit the ground. It's kind of one of our biggest things, but
yeah, from using go ahead. Yeah, so from using the equipters to, landscape protection is like huge for production and our operations and our team here. That is a huge thing that we preach to our customers, that we go the extra mile to make sure that their landscape is protected. Like Joe said, like things come up, but we're always there to make sure it's right. And
Absolutely.
Smart Tarp has been amazing for our business, not only for the marketing aspect of it, but the strength of this tarp is like unreal. We have a multitude of them, and every job gets a smart tarp, if not more. So
That's fantastic. Dude,
this is
I
Jake, by
appreciate
the
that.
way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jake, you're a big boy, man. How tall are you?
I'm 6'4". Like maybe call me
Okay,
6'5". Make me happy.
you're
He's
either
a small
really
guy.
tall or you're very short.
He's
One of
got
the
me on
two.
a step stool right now.
He's standing on a ladder right now, Dean. Don't let him fool you.
All right. Well, at least we know the truth now. At least we know the truth. So obviously our system. I mean, you guys. What I love about you guys even more is that you guys really kind of follow that pure vertical drop protocol that we use with Smart Tarp, just to hang that thing straight down and off that drip edge, or So
Yep.
obviously, how did you guys adapt your, or did you have to adapt your setup so that, like, did it actually speed it up? Did it actually slow it down by kind of changing things over to Smart Tarp?
I don't think it changed really anything at all. I mean, my guys were already, our crews were already setting tarps up, on the gutters, around the gutter system, so nothing would drop on the landscape anyway. So it was basically just interchanging a tarp and running with it.
For sure.
Yep.
Has the material held up against the shingle scrap, debris, all that stuff, the way you expect it?
Yeah. So I mean, we're throwing. I mean, obviously shingles do slide down the tarp, but I mean, even when the nails are sticking out of it, I mean, it goes right down. It don't really tear it. You'll see some marks. I mean, it's being used for what it's supposed to be being used for.
Yeah, what's great, is, I mean, yeah, we've been using a multitude of systems in the past and really trying to find what works for us, and this definitely works, but we were replacing tarps and mesh tarps and whatever our own system that we tried to create. I mean, we were replacing them versus now, I mean, we're getting through a lot more jobs, and the durability of them is great, so.
That's great to hear. I mean, yeah, when you look at that background behind you right now, I mean, that branding is pretty impossible to miss from the street. What's happened when neighbors, what's happening when neighbors are walking or driving past your job sites now.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what it is. If you get a lot of attention, if we have the right gutter system, the right way to do it, we'll hang them on all three sides. I mean, and then that's all you see is Rampart Extreme. So
I was just saying, for what would you say to that contractor who looks at a Smart Tarp system and says, "Man, that's just an added expense." What do you say to that guy who's still trying to do it the old way?
well, I would say that a traditional tarp's not as strong as the smart tarp. Um, it's saved me in going back and cleaning up scar marks on people's siding. I would say the tarp's paid for itself in the first two jobs.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, guys, I love seeing you guys working with us. And you guys have been a pleasure to work with. I know when Kelly was helping you guys design, she thought you guys were amazing too.
The design
And we
team was
thank
amazing too. We really appreciated that. They did amazing with the QR code and our dog Bixby on our tarp. We love that.
That's huge.
Hey, I appreciate that. And Kelly, I think I'm going to keep her. It's only been 40 years we've been together, so I think she's set.
Yeah, man.
We're
I
gonna
mean,
stay
since the
together.
first day that me and you and I met and had that first conversation, I think it was a good fit.
Well, I appreciate that. We thank you guys for being a partner with the Smart Tarps. Keep protecting people, keep protecting the job sites, and profiting from the process. And we'll catch you guys again down the road. This has been great. I appreciate you guys
Yes,
taking
sir.
the
Thank
time
you
out of
so
your
much
day.
for your time and having us on today. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Dean.